Hi guys, welcome to the video. So today we'll take a look on another 1v1 ranked game from the Scouring, and this time it's nothing too interesting or unique. I want to just show you basically a perfect execution of the traditional strategy that I tried to teach you in the ultimate guide for PvP. This time we are playing on the free player map against a player called Nikuda, and I'm in the top right corner and he's on the bottom of the map. So let's just start it right away. We are playing humans. He's also human with the teal color, while I am with the red color here. We are starting, as always, sawmill free peasants, barracks free peasants, and then we go for gold and farms. I'm setting up always on this position the barracks on this side right now because you are really nicely protecting the bridge here. You can even place it even closer to the bridge if you want even stronger protection, but I feel like this is pretty much enough, and this way you at least have some decent protection of your whole town during the first night. So I just prefer to place it around here. Sometimes I place it a little bit towards the top here. Sometimes you can place it closer to the bridge, doesn't really matter, but this is like the general okay-ish position. Then I'm placing my farms behind it, and as I said, sawmill is here between all the trees. You want to take these trees out as soon as possible, also even these later, but this is the most important thing, to clear up this space. But obviously when I'm starting, I'm gathering here first, so we have the most efficient gathering of wood, and we have enough wood for our archers and also the second farm here. He's going for pretty much the same opener as me. He just doesn't have the second farm yet. Yeah, he's starting now, so a little bit later. I'm also power building it with 2 peasants, so we should not be struggling with food at all. He might have a slight problem for a second, but he should be pretty much fine. I already have first archer, he as well. Basically you can see we are doing the exact same thing. We are going to clear an expansion. I always on this position start with this expansion. On his position, in the past I was going for this base as well because it's really safe in the back. Basically from both the other enemy positions, you are always really safe with this expansion. The problem is that there are these wolves that are basically in the way, extremely dangerous, so you would need to take them out first, and it's really hard to do with just few archers. So that is why I eventually decided to rather go for this base instead in my openers from this position. You can potentially also try this one, but first you need to get through this outpost, which is just kinda annoying. Same for this one here, so I think this one is the best to start with, but you can potentially also go for this one. But it's really close to this position, so might be a little bit dangerous there. But yeah, we are already clearing it here. Already killed everything except one last goblin. We have 5 archers. Haven't lost anything. As you can see, he has now also 5th one, but I already have 6 archers, so we have 1 extra archer. Also, he probably didn't kill a single unit yet because he's trying to deal with the wolves. Also not the best micromanagement, shooting over the trees and these kinds of stuff that are definitely slowing him down a lot. Now I'm going for the 3rd farm. We have some extra food, and also going for the farm sooner, so as I said, I probably think he will have some food problems soon, but we will see. In terms of peasant production, I think we both have the same amount, unless he stopped for a second, which is possible. He doesn't have too many in queue, but probably has around the same amount. Now I'm also going for wolves, but I already cleared the expansion, so even if he finishes the wolves now, I will still be ahead. I will kill them pretty quickly, obviously trying to maintain all the low HP archers somehow alive. And now we destroyed the wolves, actually even before him, so we already killed 2 camps before he even cleared one of them. And I also have 5 peasants on wood now. He has only 3, so he needs to bring a little bit more there. Also on gold, I think we have pretty similar amount. Now he's trying to catch up on the 3rd farm, but he's already in minus with food, as I said. We are totally fine, 13 stock and like 22 extra income there. Now I'm stacking new archers at my home, so we have some protection there, while taking these archers, clearing the 3rd camp now, while he cleared 2nd one, so he's catching up a little bit, but we still have more kills on the neutral enemies. And now I'm going for this base first. That's the one base I always scout first from this position. You could potentially just start, go here or even from this side and try to check this position first, but I don't really like that because there is usually some strong defense. Here is the outpost, so I just prefer to go this way and try to harass this position, which is much more easily accessible. Here we already have some defense. We are going for smithy, so we can unlock cannons soon. First, when I was trying these one base strategies, or build orders or whatever, I was always going for second barracks first and then going for smithy. Now I kinda stabilized on going for smithy first. It's mainly because lots of people also spam archers. You want to have the cannons for that. Even if they go knights, it's just better, I think. So, and you just need, if you want to play aggressively like me, you just need some tool to actually siege down the enemy defense. If they are just sitting on barracks, they have potions and levels, it's really hard to siege down even if we have a really strong army of archers. So that is why I rather go for some cannons, and this way you can really quickly siege down the enemy. Basically, I never meet anyone almost who would have cannons with siege ability sooner than me, but I also have a decent army of archers, so I can play really offensively with that. I wanted to go this way, but then I realized that there is the outpost. He will probably have a barracks on this side. That's basically what everyone does, so I decided to rather go this way. I needed to clear these wolves first, even though I already also cleared this expansion, and then we also have to deal with this outpost, but then we should have a really nice entrance into his base. Sometimes the barracks will be a little bit further to this side to potentially also protect this. So then you can squeeze through and get maybe some kills on these peasants. That unfortunately isn't the case here. He's protecting both of these passes for entrances to his base, but we can still at least keep him alerted on this side. Now kind of fortunate thing, he just sent 3 of his peasants together with some units protecting the peasants against skeletons to build an expansion, and I'm already here with my units, so I will really easily stop that. He was also actually going for some push with these archers, even with a swordsman, but I have really strong defense here. Yeah, lots of archers even at home on the ground and also on the barracks, but also having some cannons here already prepared, so he was just kind of forced back. He wouldn't have a chance to push anything. Here that's a blind end for these 3 peasants, so they will just really easily die. Also we killed an archer here and maybe even one swordsman before, so definitely multiple kills. And now he saw my push, so he's quickly retreating with all of his units, because he's of course worried about the defense here mainly. Also managed to kill this outpost, which is actually quite good for me, because at least if I will be sending some new units this way, I won't have to worry about the bandits, and he doesn't really have any strong defense there himself. Some wolves attacking me now at the end of the night, but not too big of a problem. Damaged my cannon a little bit, mainly the skeletons there, but still pretty high HP. And now the day is starting. So first I will check all the corners here if he doesn't have any extra units or peasants hidden there, because if I will be sieging him down, I really don't want him to be building an expansion behind my army that I don't know about. So now he's actually going somewhere. Not sure if he wants to just place some archers, but immediately when I come here he hears his archers shooting. He's retreating with everything and also going for the smithy now, while building second barracks on this side, even before me. I didn't place down second barracks yet. But if you take a look on the food, I have almost 600, yes, only slightly above 500, so we have like 50 more, which is definitely good. In terms of resources, he has a little bit more. But I already have the strong infrastructure, or I mean, I have smithy, he also has 2 production buildings, but as I said, against cannons the archers won't be as effective. Also he's constantly splitting it, sending some units somewhere else. That's not really working too well for him. Here I just ignore the outposts, I force the bandits on top of the tower. They will be later harassing me a little bit, but I mainly needed to get my attacking army to his base as soon as possible. So we are bringing our archers here leveled up from the night, constantly producing new units, now going for the third production building, which is the second barracks. And we actually see he's placing down an expansion, I didn't even know that during the game. But now we are on the classic split push, armies on both sides. Here we even have the cannons. I already have the siege ability, so I quickly run on his peasants, start killing them, even some archers. I know that he has the barracks here, so he will be standing on them, so I go this way on his peasants. At the same time he's trying to come here with his soldiers, but I'm already shooting him there. All of these archers have level 2, so they are really strong even without potions. He could potentially fight back, but at the same time I'm already killing his villagers at home, so now he has 0 income. He doesn't have the expansion yet, and now already setting up my cannons, even with the ability with G keybind, also using the siege mode. and totally decimating him basically from two sides with my archers while also using the cannons, and he's just totally destroyed. You can't really fight against this. He's maybe trying to buy some last potions there, but no way. So I just called it GG. As I said, I didn't even know that he had an expansion, but as you can see, he has zero food, basically no units. I would find him pretty quickly because I already scouted most of the bases, so I would just kind of figure out that he's either here, or that he somehow escaped to these parts of the map, but that also wouldn't last for too long. So yeah, that should be everything. As I said, I was getting harassed a little bit here by the bandits, but I don't think I lost anything. Yeah, maybe some HP on cannons, but that's not that big of a deal. And eventually he calls it GG and surrenders. A nice 10 minutes game. It usually lasts about this time if you play aggressively like this. Obviously, if you have better defense, you would repel it. If you also manage at the same time with the good defense to make the expansion, either this one before if I didn't scout it, or now this one, or even both of them, then I would either need to launch like another really strong push to somehow defeat him, but with more bases he could still recover. Or I would also have to go for bases, but that might not be that easy. This one would be really easy to take, pretty safe, and I had the resources for it. Maybe even this one, but if he launched some secret push from this side, he was preparing the archers there already. That might be quite dangerous, so definitely good that we managed to finish him with this really strong first push. So let's finish the play, take a look on the results. We can see we had like 1200 more gold. His expansion didn't really get him anything yet, and since he stopped his income for a decent amount of time now in the end, this is pretty obvious. We also had more wood, a little bit more produced units, but not that much. But these fights are mainly about micromanagement, yeah, so if you can have these kill-loss ratios, then you will definitely win games, even if you mess up macro or whatever. And same buildings, so actually really decent infrastructure from him, and overall more neutral kills from me, because I was really trying to take the map control, kill as many neutral enemies as we can, and also farm some more undeads during the night. Well, pretty nice game. I hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something, and take care guys.